Hello everybody, it's the Historical Gamer once again, and today we are returning to Ultimate General American Revolution, our Let's Play series playing as the Americans in this game, which you can pick up on Steam. It's made by Game Labs, the folks behind Ultimate General American Civil War and Ultimate General Gettysburg, amongst other games. And this is episode 23 of our Let's Play series. Now, this was taken from a live stream on my Twitch channel of a couple of weeks ago, but we are actually catching up to those live streams. We were very close to caught up. I think I've got today's video and then maybe 2 or 3 more, and then we'll be fully caught up to where the live streams were when the streams ended. We took about a 2-week break or so between live streams because I went on vacation for a week and I was getting ready for it and there was stuff going on at work, and so I'm probably going to stream tonight, if not tonight, then tomorrow, once again to resume this series, but in the meantime, we're much closer to where the series ended off. Still a little bit behind, but not terribly so. So as I always say, if you are interested in following the series live, you can check that out on Twitch. Again, I just got back from a week-long vacation. We were up in Door County, Wisconsin, something we had planned a while back, and frankly it was nice to get away with all the other stuff going on in our sort of work lives and whatnot. You know, we had already prepaid for most of this stuff, so to get away, it was nice. If you've never been to Door County, highly recommend it. Just a gorgeous area. Basically, it's the thumb of the state of Wisconsin. You know, basically on the western side of the peninsula, you've got Green Bay, the body of water, not the city. On the eastern side, you've got Lake Michigan, and so it's kind of like Wisconsin's little version of Cape Cod, I guess I would say. But yeah, it was a great little trip to get away, spend a little bit of time on the water, just enjoy the outdoors, and you know, we ended up just going, my wife and I. We had family look after our kids, so we got some time away, and it was great. But now we're back, and we're back to waging war against the British to try and, you know, get our independence here. We're getting close to July 4th. Fitting that we're playing an American Revolution game, but that's where we're at here. So if you remember, that's enough of me rambling about nonsense. If you remember where we left off after our last episode, we have successfully retaken Portsmouth and Falmouth from the British, and so we've moved north on the eastern coast. We are preparing to put an army together under Benedict Arnold for an invasion into Fort George and Fort Frank. We have objectives to protect Falmouth, and so we're also looking at securing that location, all while we sort of begin to get ready for the invasion of New York, which is still a few months away. That's where we find ourselves as of today. It is April 18th now of 1776, and so we've got a little bit of time to wrap things up here while we also look to invest in and strengthen the economy of our forces in the east, and yeah. Meanwhile, in Canada also, we've begun to see the population begin to turn in our favor, so that's nice to begin to see that loyalty number tick up, because everybody knows that folks in Canada just yearn to be liberated by the great freedom power of the United States, especially in the year 1776. There was never any question that Canada would join us as the 14th colony, but perhaps that's my alternate history speaking. Meanwhile, we are going to go ahead. We've also got our commander, or General Butcher, in the southwest of the map, preparing for the eventual New York campaign. I'm trying to save up money for that New York campaign as well. We've got 40,000 gold in the bank. So while I am spending a fair bit of that on infrastructure and other things like that to benefit the economy, I'm also holding on to some of that because there will be an event that'll come up that'll ask us if we want to, you know, prepare defenses of New York, and you need like $10,000 or $20,000 to do that. But that's enough of me rambling over what was gameplay from the live stream. Let's go ahead and turn this back over to my live streamy self, and I'll catch you guys at the end. Please feel free to leave your comments and thoughts below, but without further ado, let's get started, shall we? Alright, 8 days left till Montreal completes its upgrades. Ward, you can go in there and join the Falmouth garrison. Maybe we'll form a new brigade. The ransom exchange. I don't need 50 brown buses. I'm not giving you back. I'm not doing a prisoner exchange for muskets that I don't need. Alright. I wish the grouping units as brigades had a more tangible benefit. It doesn't seem to matter a ton. Are these guys not fully equipped? Like, why are they not joining that? 468 cannot be their full complement. So why are they not? Do units not reinforce as efficiently when they're in a brigade, maybe? Not enough ammo. That shouldn't influence actually reinforcing, though. Okay. All right, 5 days away from completing the Virginia musket research. That'll be nice. I need more specialists. We're okay right now. You know what I need? If I'm going to do Minutemen, I need sniper rifles, which I don't have at the moment. Poor John Morgan. Alright, so we will have about 5,000 troops. So we're going to need to probably get a few more recruits. What's Boston at right now? I hate, like, stocking up so many men in militia units, but I think we can raise one more regiment here. I need civilian muskets for... Why? That's so dumb that I need civilian muskets for a artillery company. Okay. All right. So that'll give us another regiment, another 500 men with which to deal with the enemy thrust, which can't be too far out. Part of me wants to just preemptively attack north. Maybe that would be the sound thing to do. Are they still at 3,900 men? 38. What do they have at Frank? Can I see? Oh, 1,100. Maybe I can lure them out for a little battle. A little bit of a showdown here. Alright, so they got about 5,000 total men. They've got a level 2 fort. I've got a good amount of artillery. Not overwhelming amounts, but a good amount. Not enough muskets. Provoking civil unrest. What? Fort Rice has been lost, those assholes. Reap the whirlwind, bastards. Why would you take that route? Alright, so I need more... Not enough guns. So I think part of my problem actually is I need the civilian muskets for my stupid artillery crews so they can't fully equip. So I guess we'll buy 500 of those things. Alright. Or as many as I can. Additionally, what else did I want to do? Not enough guns. What do you have again? I don't know where I'm losing guns to. I suppose we can buy a couple of gallopers just to have them in storage in case. Could have been something like Boston. Boston's not likely to rebel. But yes, in theory, it could have been Boston. Part of the problem is the whole tax situation. Oh, wait, so town hall versus a meeting house. Town hall's way cheaper. It's going to take forever, though, because nobody has enough construction points. Because New York is a dingy backwater with no frickin' desire to do any construction. Assholes. How am I supposed to get them on my side? If this was like total war, I could just tell the assholes that I'm going to, you know, murder every last one of them once I retake the territory. Not enough muskets. It's got to be the civilian muskets. No, but there's still 64 in storage. Maybe we just didn't have enough recruits there. Seems like printing press is pretty important to keep your boys on side. I know these are going to take forever to complete, but I think in the long run they will pay for themselves. All right. What are we, 38 days? How many men do they have up at Fort Rice? Do I need to worry about Stevens or Bennington being attacked? Bennington's going to need a garrison because it's not loyal. At least Albany will have a printing press soon. Alright, boys, we need more muskets. I guess I could make civilian muskets, but I don't want to, but I guess I can. Just for the stupid artillery crew members. Montreal is now a capital. They love us, Americans. Look at that. 48% of Montreal now supports America. Hell yeah, brothers. Get your American lovingness on sides. Treason. No, there's not really 11,000. That's bad intel. For whatever reason, we're paying intelligence to give us bad intel, which they weren't doing before. I opened an intelligence office, so they gave us intelligence.
Victory or death.
And I rather would have had my old intelligence because it was better. Run away. You know, the funny thing is, and now that I think about this, me riding up there every once in a while, the sea invasion warning. Where are they going to land? One of our ships has spotted a fleet. The captain has been following the fleet from a distance for a couple of days now. From the course of the fleet and the existence of troop ships, our captain assumes that this is an invasion fleet and will arrive within 2 weeks. But where? Is it Falmouth? Is that the because of the objective to hold Falmouth? That would make the most sense. I have no real. Okay, we're gonna just build another regiment in Boston just because I really don't want to lose Boston. Just in case. Not that one regiment will hold Boston by itself, but... And then Newport... New Haven, maybe? Man, New Haven is like the frickin' industrial powerhouse just driving this whole region. Don't really have the specialists to raise all these troops, probably, but... Okay. So the bad news is, that means that, well, they have about 5,000 troops from intel between George and Frank. They have additional troops which will be coming from the sea invasion, so that we will need to prepare to deal with. So we may need to... We could probably beat the Fort George garrison if it came out to fight. But depending on what they send by sea against Falmouth, we may be in some trouble. Meanwhile, we're going to rest Hawking's regulars and move them against Rice here. I suppose if we retake Rice quickly, we could move those 22,000 regulars inland. I need more construction badly. Did we just unlock the Virginia musket? We can also now begin producing the Virginia musket, which we will do in a moment, but for the moment, that's moments, a lot of moments in an individual sentence there. We will do that shortly, but for the moment, we're going to hold off. All right, boys. Get into garrison there. So we've got 5,300 men at Falmouth now. I don't know what they're going to come out at us from, you know, the sea. I imagine we will have a very large battle here momentarily. Get your condition up before you attack. Middlesbrough recruiting house. Is that going to be done soon? One day? There you go. Okay. Thank you, boys. And thank you for the cash. What is this going to give me? Oh yeah, von Steuben, right? And more specialists, which I need. So we gotta get just shy of 6,000 when we bring up the 400 men from Portsmouth, assuming they're heading toward Falmouth. I'm hoping we get another warning when the fleet is on the map and it tells us where they're going. What's Fort Rice doing to our supply situation? Okay, because we took Hubbardton and Level. Fort Rice is just isolated. It doesn't actually do much for them supply-wise, but... Alright, boys, move on Fort Rice. Crush them. Don't leave a man alive. And then move back to Fort Falmouth. Hopefully you get there in time. Did we figure out boats? No? Alright, I don't want to lose too many of my precious regulars. So I'm going to fight this battle, and then we will... I think we'll send everybody left east. Maybe we'll leave one regiment behind to garrison to make sure they don't rise up again. Alright, so they got 4 companies of men. We got nice green weather. The ideal scenario is the enemy sees us, lets us get into position, and then retreats. And then just runs into our guns and we just butcher them all. Remember, this is our best army. This is the army had in position at Montgomery to defend New York. They're regulars. We're a little light on artillery. Only 2 batteries, but... Alright, let's... try and get our men in position behind them. Forward! Are we fighting against native tribes? Because I thought I saw some what looked like brown-coated soldiers, but maybe those are just my own men. Alright, let's move at an accelerated pace while these troops reposition. I don't know why they're not moving. Usually when you march troops over a long distance, they shift into a column formation to move more quickly, but doesn't look like it yet. Open up on them! No, they're militia. There goes the artillery opening up on the fort. Which is already damaged, presumably from their little rebellion These pines obscure a lot, so there are different types of woods, I guess I'd say, in the game, and depending on the type of terrain you're moving through will influence how well the enemy can see you. You can see this little eye symbol means they can't see us, but when it goes away, then it means they can see us. So we got troops in position on both flanks and in the front. We don't have troops in blocking their escape route yet, totally. Okay, we're bombarding that lead company, and they're taking casualties. For sure. I don't think they have any artillery either, which I guess makes sense. They're just loyalists. These are just lawless thugs and ruffians. You're goddamn right. They're the ones committing a revolution, right? They're the ones rising up against the lawful authority at Fort Rice. Alright, the artillery's doing good work. 20 out of 150 men are already casualties. Boys are almost all in position here. We got one regiment along their line of retreat. Anvil, hammer and anvil tactics here coming. I've been shot. Alright, kind of surprised they haven't surrendered yet, but maybe they know they have nowhere to retreat to, perhaps. As much as I can, I'd rather not. I'd rather avoid a direct assault if I can, just because, again, these are my regular troops, which I'm going to want either defending New York or Falmouth or whatever. And I don't want to lose too many men here in this battle. Alright, they're almost in position. Get them there, and then... Are they really at 100 condition despite that march? Huh. Okay. I think this part of the fort also is about to be destroyed, so they're going to have to get out of that, which will remove their defensive advantages, and they'll just basically be in the open, because you can see this... these ramparts are coming, they're being shredded, I guess we should say. Artillery's burning through quite a bit of their ammo. We don't have a wagon to provide additional ammo. Their commander's definitely not an artilleryman. They do not have the best... Oh, there they go. Okay, so that portion of the fort is now uninhabitable. So we're going to push forward with 2 regiments to hopefully engage them outside the range of the supporting fort units. Our boys are still in some cover here. Alright, they're routing. Do not pursue. Okay. Artillery shifting fire here. Again, the enemy has not decided to retreat, so that is interesting. I suppose we have no choice then but to assault the flank of the fort. We will attack from all sides simultaneously now. The enemy quickly broke. Both of those units quickly fell out. They were getting hit in the flank, I suppose. So now they're just kind of a disorganized mob in the middle of the map. Which our artillery still kind of has an avenue to fire over the left shoulder of our troops here. And they are just all going to die. Lol! Surrender! Surrender! Goodbye, boys. You've all surrendered. Now here's the question. Do we wait for the cooldown so we can execute him? Nah. Alright. So the enemy lost 220 men of their 553 as casualties, and 333 were captured. We lost 20 men. Not bad. Took us some time. You know, that wasn't the most efficient use of perhaps game time, but I'll take that as a I'll take that. Actually, that's a good point. Prisoners are useful in this game, so sending 330 laborers to where'd they even go? Bennington, maybe? Saratoga? Hubbardton? Looks like they went to Stevens. So that'll help with building the printing press there a little bit.
Hold the line.
Alright, we're taking the resources from them. And then we're taking Fort Rice. So Rice is ours. And we captured some other stuff. Okay, so what we're going to do... What's Rice's loyalty? 49% from locality. So I could... I don't want to deal with another rebellion. So we're going to leave one regular regiment behind as a temporary garrison. They will not stay here permanently. We're going to move the other 1,800 men to Portsmouth, which is actually conveniently not that far, to assist with the defense of Falmouth. I'm assuming New York... Last time we had the New York alert, it like told us, hey, they're going to invade New York in the south, so I'm assuming we're not quite to the point of having to worry about that.
Advance quickly.
All right. Now, the one risk here is, like, as we continue building our forces up here. Where's the ammo thing and resources? Are we still good there? Yeah, we're consuming more ammo than we're... I mean, we're not really producing any, but we're still okay there. Provisions is way short. We need considerably more provisions, but it's spring. We should get more as the season goes on. Yeah, these 1,800 men should be useful. Why do I get such a huge penalty if I... Oh, he's just got that penalty anyway. Okay. Civilian muskets are so dumb. Mark it. Still nothing on the damn marketplace. Okay. It's kind of silly that civilian muskets are the reason I don't have more artillery. Still no sign of the seaborne invasion. I think we got about another week. Well, I've executed him before, Grim. Just not today. Alright, so we've got about 7,000, just shy of 8,000 troops between Portsmouth and Falmouth. Three more days on support training, which will allow us to have supply stretcher units. How long does the campaign go for? Till the end of the war now, Heart of a Tiger. Till the end of the war. The next event to trigger will be the invasion of New York, I believe. Which we're still a little ways away from, I think. I think it's summer. June, maybe? July? I'm not 100% sure, but it's coming up. It'll probably start the countdown once the Falmouth attack occurs. Rhode Island has become a state. Yay.
Keep moving.
All right, there you go. So they haven't gotten any more men at Fort George yet. Okay. Just sitting here waiting for them. Where they gonna invade? Alright, we did build that garrison in New Haven. Whoa. Upgrade the schoolhouse. I can do that. Recruiting house or tile resources for that. Are we still not done with a lot of our... Yeah, we're still building all this infrastructure. Jesus. Everywhere yellow is building something. Alright. Okay. Any day now. I'm really banking on... Okay, sea invasion spotted. Reports arrived about panicked civilians of Boston. We're leaving the area seeking for safety after rumors spread about an imminent British invasion. What? Boston? Huh? Okay. Good thing I moved the regulars. Alright, let's... head down that way. How many are coming, though? "34 days to take Fort Frank." So basically what we got to do is we got to defend Boston, then we got to shift north and take George and Frank with the troops that are left. $5,000 troops. Okay. I can deal with that. Although, where are they going? Because that does not look like they're headed toward Boston.
Push through.
Are they going to go for Portsmouth instead? Because it's unoccupied, maybe?
Keep moving.
No. Brown Besses aren't worth any amount of prisoners. Not that many, anyway. Are they going to land on the coast where there's no port?
Retreat in order.
No, don't retreat. Let's fight this battle. General Graves. Or Admiral Graves. Well, there's good news. We got 4,000 men. There's bad news. They got more. So they're gonna land. They're landing with 800 more men than us. But my concern is less the manpower and the fact that they have 480 dragoons. They're all regulars too. But hey, we've got 3,700 men at Falmouth. We can always bring south. I think it's better to meet them at the beach than let them start taking Portsmouth, Salem, and other places. Yes, they have artillery. They've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, every regiment has artillery. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 battalions of artillery. 6 companies of horsemen. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 battalions of artillery. But hey, you know what? We're going to be on the defensive here. This is going to be a big battle. We can do it. Keep the faith. Last time they outnumbered us by 500 men and we held. Granted, they didn't have any cavalry. And ultimately, that's the fear, the cavalry. But that being said, guys, we're going to wrap this up here. This is a bit of a longer battle, so we're already 43 minutes into this video. We'll wrap this up here on a bit of a cliffhanger. We'll see how we deal with the landing in our next video. Those 6 companies of cavalry are concerning. But yeah, that's where we find ourselves at the end of episode 23 of Ultimate General American Revolution. Hope you guys are enjoying the series. Leave your thoughts down below as always. And until next time, this is the Historical Gamer saying thank you for watching, and I'm out.